All activities shown in this series are conducted in accordance with applicable laws and regulations. Hunting is performed on properties where permission has been granted and with a commitment to safe, ethical, and responsible outdoor practices.
Let's see if we can pop him here.
Sun drops low and the world goes black. Bottomland sleeves and a rifle in the back. Cold wind rolling through the edge of the pines. Another hard week getting left behind. Back road ties humming like an old freight train. Heaven feels closer when I'm in this terrain. E-collar ringing through the still night air. Every howl pulling something, bringing back my care.
Hey guys, just finished a workout here in my gym in Ohio. It's real humid. Been a lot of rain recently. I've been waiting for it to cut off so I can go out and get some coyotes down. I'm gonna go out tonight and see if I can get some down. I'm gonna be, before it gets dark, working on some coyote skulls. Here's some finished skulls that I have on my website. And I got my CNP-Outdoors merch here. If you guys wanna check out my website, we got new shirt with my logo. We got big and small stickers, thermal therapy stickers, CNP-Outdoors Coyote drags. This is the premium drag with reinforced hardware, CNP-Outdoors colors. We've got the budget drag. We've got the upgraded drag, but they're all durable and they're all budget friendly. So if you guys need drags that work, check those out. But I'm gonna be working on some skulls, getting some flesh off of them after they've been in the degreaser for a long time. I've been putting them off, so I'm gonna scrape some remaining last little bits of flesh off, and then I'll get them prepared for whitening. It's Friday night. Pups are down. You know, there's some mobility with the pups, so there's a little more movement, but they're still hanging around those denning areas, except for the coyotes that go out and kind of travel a little further to do some hunting. But there's still some close proximity to those denning areas, so I'm gonna try to get on top of those. Thermal therapy is all about doing the thing that is enjoyable for me, the thing that is a reset, kind of getting out away from the stressors of life. Man, I'm feeling it today. It's Friday. You know, working through the full work week as a medical provider and just some of the mental stressors of that, and you know, just daily life stressors, and we can all relate to that. And so I'm thankful for these opportunities to go out and do this, and that's the concept behind thermal therapy. It's you know, getting out there, doing what we enjoy, doing what is a source of pleasure for us, a source of reset where we can escape the noise of our world and just get out into God's creation and be out there pursuing a goal, pursuing a hobby that we enjoy. And you know, I just love going after these coyotes. It's always exciting. It's a challenge, but it's a good challenge that I enjoy. So feeling the fatigue, the exhaustion from the week, but I'm gonna try to get out there and make some coyote stands happen, and I'm gonna hand this to the Lord as I do with this series. So thanks God for this opportunity. Thanks that you love us. Pray, Lord, that you protect me tonight. Pray, Lord, that you'd help me to be successful to get some coyotes down if that's in your will. Thank you for what you've done for me, and thank you for the good things in my life and the resources in my life, and pray that you can help me to be mindful of that on a more regular basis throughout each day. Amen. All right, guys, let's see what happens. I've got some plans for a south wind coming out of the south. I've got some plans for some stands to make based on that, and I'm excited to get out there, and let's see if we can make it happen. This is a stand I got a coyote episode 1 of the series. It's also where I get a groundhog later in this episode. And I think my senses told me something was going on over to the left. And I was like, well, in my head, I'm thinking, oh, there's no way a coyote's coming from that way. So I didn't even really pay much attention to it. But then as I kind of got a sense that something was going on, I was like, oh, I better keep an eye over here. And I turn around and end up seeing something. So I got busted by that fox there. But this next stand, something happens that I haven't had happen to me yet, but I've heard stories. And it's late May, and just be cautious in the distress sounds that you use out there, guys, because I was on guard during this whole encounter. I didn't want to get trampled, as you will see the way that my call got trampled. So check this out. So I heard some commotion. I knew there was a couple bridges going across into that field, and then I didn't know if it was a deer because that was a fawn distress. I didn't know if it was a deer or if it was coyotes coming. But this time of year, you got to be cautious using those fawn distresses because the deer have their fawns down. This mama came in and she wasn't playing. So I was able to mute the call as she was coming across and she was kicking it. I don't know if she would have kept on kicking it if I hadn't have turned my call off. I put it on mute. I've heard stories from another fellow hunter that they've kicked his call down the road. I've heard that they will continue to kick the call, so I think it was a good move for me without really knowing that, even to just mute the call in that moment. And she ran right by me. You know, she was probably 20 yards out along the edge of that field running by me. I was ready to defend myself if I became the next opportunity for her to try and trample. But even after she went by, she kind of turns back and it's like she's gonna come back in, and I'm like, oh no. So ended up, I think, realizing, you know, seeing maybe my light, seeing something there that got her to blow and take off. But it was an exciting experience, got my adrenaline going for sure. And I move in now to groundhog hunting a property, and that's what we're gonna jump to next. So I got a groundhog on the other side of that building, episode 3 of the series, and then there was some activity on that right corner of that building there. There's a hole out across from that building, and the landowner said the dog is sniffing around trying to dig and really interested in that part of the building. So I was hanging out here, and this is actually where I stand. That's where I stood in that last stand I showed you on stand 3 of the night, and it's where I got a coyote down from episode 1 of the series at the top of this hill. About 570 yards down the hill there, I was seeing some movement, but it was like turkey vultures that were on something, and got excited for a second, but it was so far away I had to, you know, check it out for a little bit. And I was like, oh, that's just turkey vultures. Okay. Got one down here at 193 yards. Adjust my camera here.
194. See if we can pop him here. Heard the thump. Alright guys, so I'm gonna mix it up, do some daytime coyote stands on public property. I've only been here once with the setup I'm about to make, and I'm gonna see if I can get any to cross over. I've heard them, I've located them over that way before. So I gotta see how tall the grass is in this field. I can see this field out here that looks like it's short enough, so I'm gonna be on an elevation point looking out. I'll be inside the timber, I'll be looking out into the field, put the call out into the field. Wind is coming out of the northeast, so see if we can make it happen here. I'm gonna put on the mossy oak bottom land top and my chest back, and let's see if we can make it happen.
I actually end up putting the call just inside the timber. Just based on my shooting lanes, I wanted to have the most opportunity, and I thought that that would give me the most opportunity to have it just inside the timber. If a coyote was going to come along the field line or up through the timber, I'd have more opportunities with that call placement. I also use a decoy during the daytime. It's a little rabbit that stands up off the ground and kind of has this vibration to it. This is a sound called Submissive Beggar. Previously I was using a sound called Tiny Bunny. This is a sound called Lost Coyote Pup. So I'm focusing on those young, tiny coyote pup sounds this time of year because that's in line with what these coyotes are dealing with in reality. Similar to that doe that was really aggressive when I played a fawn distress, coyotes are also going to be more aggressive with the tiny coyote sounds this time of year, late May. I like to educate some in this series. If you're interested in a complete comprehensive course, I developed a 3-week one-time payment, learn at your own pace course. It's 3 weeks, and you have a one-time payment of $39, and it covers tons of information. From the beginner to the experienced hunter, there's going to be stuff that you could take away from that one-time $39 payment, and I've spent a lot of time on it. It's way more value than that low price tag suggests. I spent about 32 minutes on this stand, and I'm packing it in. Well guys, wasn't able to have success with coyotes this weekend. Made some efforts at night, made some efforts in the evening time, and focusing on some prey distress, using those small pup sounds, still using adult howls and aggressive sounds, fights, pup distresses. Wasn't able to make it happen with the coyotes, but was able to be successful for a groundhog on one of my properties, groundhogs, and so that made that property owner happy. I'm gonna stay after it and enjoy this. After a long week, it's nice to still get out and do it, even when you don't have that success. The good thing about hunting is it's not a guaranteed reward. And that's what keeps us coming back, because it's an intermittent reward system. Sometimes we get the success we are looking for, sometimes it doesn't happen, and that's why it's hunting, and you're not going to be successful every time.
I'm thankful just to have the opportunities to go out there and do it. And I thank you guys so much for watching this, and thank you so much for your support. Stay tuned for more episodes of Thermal Therapy. It's fun for me to do this, so thanks for your support, guys.
Somewhere in the dark I hear you speak. This is the night.